Yeah, I probably should fix the hair before I came on. Lost track of time. We have a minute until the draft. I want to quickly do my last second mock draft. They didn't get a chance to type it up, so let's just do it now for speed and video format. Number one, Spencer Torkelson. You don't need an explanation. Number two, I still think it's going to be Austin Martin. We heard the rumors last year. Right now, I'm leaning towards Martin. Three, Asa Lacey. It's been there forever. Zach Veen, I still think is the player at four. Max Meyer at five. Nick Gonzalez, I think, goes six. I'm going to go for their small school approach in recent years. I think he fits a lot of what they look like, so I'm going to stick there, even though there's been a move for Hamcock. Seven, Heston Jerstad, sticking with him at this point in time. I think he just fits. He's been connected to them all along. Robert Hassel to San Diego, another one that is staying the same. Colorado, I'm keeping Emerson Hancock from my mock as well. Everything is going pretty chalk. At 10, I'm going to put Cade Cavalli to Los Angeles. This is the first change from the last mock. He's been highly connected with them. He's going to go in this range somewhere. I'm not entirely sure that they like Detmers more than him. It could be either of those guys, but a lot of teams really like Cavalli. 10. White Sox, Detmers is on the board. They take him. Let's move on. Cincinnati, a lot of people talk about Austin Hendricks. I actually think that this is Pete Crow Armstrong. I think that he is their guy. I think he is their prep player. He fits their model. He fits what they like to do. Pete Crow Armstrong to Cincinnati. San Francisco, it's really hard to go prep, but I think Soderstrom is going to have to slot there at this point in time. He makes sense. It's a logical connection point. Doesn't necessarily fit their past history, but I'm going to go with the smoke at this point in time. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. Rangers, Aaron Sabato. I'm going to go with the hot talk there. I really like the profile, and it's a team who a year ago went for high production, not necessarily the best athletes, and for guys like Josh Jung was mostly as an overdraft. So he is there at 14, 15. I still think Patrick Bailey. Philly is so conservative. I don't believe the Bitsko talk. So yeah, I have those guys. That is your top 15 players so far. Now, after a little bit of a break, I'm just looking at some stuff last second here. This is not the correct list of my players that I thought I had open, so I apologize for that. Give me a second here. I thought I had my previous mock open. I had my mock from a bit ago open. So let me catch back up. 16. I still am going to stick with Garrett Mitchell over Nick Lofton. I know Lofton's been the talk, but I think, again, there's some connections in place. Red Sox, Micah Bell is going to stay the same. He is a guy that fits the Tampa Bay model. 18, I'm going to go with Bryce Jarvis. There was they've been, after going so high ceiling last year with all those high picks, it's hard to believe they might go with one of the safer arms. But Jarvis is a safer arm. He does fit some of the traits that they look for, so I can see Bryce Jarvis there. 19 New York Mets. This is where I'm like, because it's either, is it Crochet? Is it Hendrick? I'm going to go with Crochet, partially because it makes my life easier. But dynamic left-hander, a lot of tools. I know he has not had the best Zoom interviews, and that has people a little bit down. Milwaukee, Dylan Dingler, I'm going to keep in place. Oh, am I? Because now the problem is I've got Dingler, I've got Ed Howard, I've got Austin Hendrick, all kind of bouncing around at this point in time. Actually, I'm going to go with Justin Foscue. Bat fits the profile for them, and they go for production. I mean, Ethan Small, SMU. Ethan Small was his teammate at Mississippi State. I'm sorry, Mississippi State fans. So the Cardinals, Austin Hendrick, I'm going to go there with the Washington Nationals. I'm going to keep Wilcox. Cleveland Indians, Bitsko is on the board. So is it Bitsko or is it Tanner White? Tanner Witt. See what happens when you go too quick? I'm going to go with Witt over Bitsko at this point in time. Tampa, I'm going to keep Carson Tucker. The Braves, I'm going to go Bitsko at this point in time just because I have Jarvis off the board. So that's going to be my pick for the Braves. Oakland Athletics, Dingler's still on the board, so I think most people view that as his floor. Minnesota Twins. So at this point in time, as I've been barreling through this, it's like, who are the big names, or who are the people who would widely be considered off the board? I'm just thinking in my head, it's like Ed Howard. Ed Howard's still on the board. Makes an easy pick for the Twins. New York Yankees, I think Bobby Miller is strongly connected to that pick for a reason. Los Angeles Dodgers, they could take a prep arm if there is one that stands out in particular with this pick. I'm trying to think of the other talented players I have flown through and skipped over. Nick Lofton being on the board is very tempting. That was not expected. I think I'm going to give them Lofton at 29, just because up the middle talent, and he would fit some of their models. Baltimore Orioles sitting there at 30. You have Jared Kelly, and amongst the prep bats, probably Jordan Walker. Let's go with Dax Fulton, the rumor pick for a while. He's still available. Pittsburgh, college pitcher at this point in time in the draft, or a big velocity guy. Let me pull up my own listing. This is the problem with these speed things. Names. Who are the names I like for Pittsburgh, and who are the pitchers I like? Who have I? Let's see. Slate Ciccone is left, and who else do I have left? Clayton Beeter is left. I feel like there's probably a name I'm just massively forgetting. I did do Bailey, right? Yeah. So, in terms of college pitcher here, Ciccone, I'm going to put Slate Ciccone. Could go a lot higher than this, could go later, but seems about the right range for him. Kansas City, big starting pitcher. I feel like I need to just look at my list of starters by height at this point in time, see who makes sense, because the problem with like Clayton Beeter is he doesn't fit their height profile. I've got Wilcox off the board. I got who fits for height? I've got Miller off the board. Chris McMahon's too short. Ciccone's off the board. CJ Van Eyck doesn't work. Cole Henry. There we go. Cole Henry, Kansas City. Arizona. I have a hard time believing that they would not, that they would go, after going all that ceiling a year ago, that they would take two college players back to back. And I'm kind of just trying to think. But at this point in time, if you're Arizona and you're willing to take the risk, Clayton Beeter, I think, makes a lot of sense to Arizona. San Diego Padres, again, this is kind of a college pitching heavy linked pick. Who have I got left? So there's Majinski from South Carolina who's left. And but it makes it really hard for me if I take Majinski right here. San Diego is, or no, because I missed the obvious one. Jared Schuster, the left-handed pitcher out of Wake Forest, has been a late riser, and he makes a ton of sense there. Majinski to the Colorado Rockies. It's been one that we all kind of have thought about. Jordan Walker to the Indians. And then with Tampa having saved all of that money early on, my guess here would be Mason Wynn. I think they'd figure out a way to use his two-way talent. So that was my 9-minute unscripted, off the cuff, last second mock draft. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.